Commissar DeWitt of the Florida Highway Patrol. I'm conducting a criminal investigation. This interview is being conducted at 6342 Deacon Circle, Windermere, Florida, 34786. Today's date is 11/28/09. The time now is 6:02 p.m. Persons present at this interview are myself and Sergeant John Brent, and is it Jarius LeVar Adams and Kimberly D. Harris, right? Okay. I'll set this in the middle so everybody can read it. If I ask you to kind of move up the table, that way it can record. It does do a very good job, so it should get everything. Name of the persons being interviewed are Jarius LeVar Adams and Kimberly D. Harris. This sworn interview is being taken in relation to a traffic crash. At this time, I'll administer the oath. This is a sworn tape-recorded interview taken by a law enforcement officer pursuant to Section 117 of the Florida statutes. Could I get each of you to raise your right hand for me, please? You may have raised their right hand. Do you swear or affirm the statement you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I need to get your signatures. I need to get yours right there, please, sir. And then let me get down to the pen, in case you got another one. I'll get your signature also. And Mr. Adams is signed on the indicated line, and Ms. Harris is signed on the indicated line. I'm going to go over the information I got from you from your driver's license to make sure it's accurate and I didn't write it down wrong, okay?
Sure.
Jarius, if you could just state your full name for the recording.
Jarius LeVar Adams. I
have your current address as 6342 Deacon Circle, Windermere, Florida, 34786.
Yes.
I have your home phone number as 407-394-3163.
It's my mobile number.
Okay. And then you have your own employment company. It's called Shine Up Auto.
Yes.
And the address and the phone number are the same, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I apologize for the interruption. My phone, I thought I turned it on.
Not a problem.
Okay. And if I could get you to state your name, ma'am.
Kimberly Dion Harris.
And I have your address as 1123 Sundrop Place, Round Rock, Texas, 78664.
Yes, sir.
And your current phone number is 512-563-1600.
Yes, sir.
And you're an event coordinator and you have your own business.
Yes,
and
sir.
you operate that out of your home in Texas?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There was a traffic crash that occurred here in your housing area on the 27th and involved your next door neighbor. What we're trying to do is find out what information we can about the crash and what you might know about it. What we're going to do is I talked to you briefly earlier about how you discovered it. If you could go over again, Ms. Harris, how you discovered that something had happened in your yard.
Sure. So I was upstairs in my bedroom. My niece and I were asleep, and she was kind of talking in her sleep, so it kind of woke me up a couple of times. And when I was awake, I just noticed a faint, continuous knocking sound for about 10 or 15 minutes. I was thinking maybe somebody was downstairs in the kitchen, or maybe my brother had forgot his key or something. So I just came downstairs and checked all the bedrooms, and all my family was here. But I noticed that there was a light still shining from the street, towards the house versus just our house lights. So at that point in time, I woke up my brother. I told him I had looked out of the window and I saw a black truck, but since he was already in the bed, I knew it wasn't his black truck. So I told him I just needed him to go outside and see who was actually in our driveway, in our right-hand straight driveway.
Okay. Now your bedroom faces the street out here?
It's actually, my bedroom's here and there's another bedroom here, but I could go easily to the bathroom and to that window and see outside.
Now what street is this out here?
This is Deacon Circle.
That is Deacon Circle. Mm-hmm. And you woke your brother up at that point then?
Yes.
Okay. Was there any horns being honked or anything like that?
No, sir.
Did you happen to look down the street and see if there was anybody out there with the vehicle, or could you see anything?
I could only see the back of the vehicle with like the brake lights on.
Okay.
And that some of the inside lights might have been on, but otherwise that's all I saw was the truck, and the lights to the truck was on.
So you saw some of the tail lights were on?
Yes.
And the headlights were on that you could see?
Yeah, because that's what was shining towards the house.
Could you see if it was up against a tree or anything?
No, at that point I didn't realize that it was against the tree.
Now you went and woke your brother up, and what happened next then?
When she woke me up, I looked out the window, saw the headlights, shining out. I went out there. To see exactly who it was, what was going on. I went out there. I saw Tiger laying on the ground. Okay, Elin was talking to him, and from that point I just said, okay. I immediately just ran back in the house, got the phone, dialed 911, and ran back out the house again to go out there to see if she needed any assistance or whatever the case, what was going on. At that point, I instructed my sister, while I'm on the phone with the 911 operator, I instructed my sister to come back in the house and get pillows and blankets for Tiger because it was cold outside and obviously he's laying on the ground. So my sister comes back in the house, and I'm on the phone with the operator. We got the pillows. She came back with the pillows and put them underneath his head, wrapped them up in the blankets and things like that, and just basically just waited until the authorities arrived. Just kept I tried to keep everyone kind of calm or whatever the case may be, and just notified them and hung up the phone, and then they got here. And
okay. We're going to kind of backtrack. So you went outside, and who was out? You said Mr. Woods was there
was
on the
already
ground.
there on the ground.
Which side of the vehicle was he on? And you can use driver's side or passenger side. Does that?
This is a tree.
You want to just draw it on this? Yeah, and we'll use this. We'll use your. There we go. We'll draw you what we know, and then you tell me if it's wrong. We'll say this is your driveway. This is the tree. This is a fire hydrant. This is the road. We have the vehicle sitting kind of like this. Okay. And when you came out, where did you see Mr. Woods laying out? You can use pen if you would. If you just put an X for me, so I have an idea where it's at.
He was, if I can remember correctly, I believe he was already situated on the ground when I got out there.
On the passenger side of the vehicle or on the driver's side?
I believe the passenger.
Okay. Was he in the street or was he still?
He was in the street.
Okay, so he's in the street on this side. Okay. And who else was there with him? And you said
his wife.
His wife, and her name is Eli?
Elin.
Okay.
Elin.
All right. And was he conscious, unconscious?
At that point, he was snoring.
He was snoring.
He was actually snoring.
Okay. Did she say anything to you?
No. I mean, at this point, she was actually very quiet, just kind of in shock. Just kind of sitting there. She wasn't very verbal. I remember.
Did she ask you for any help or anything?
Well, yeah. I mean, when I went out there, she said, "Can you please help me? Can you please help me?" Whatever the case may be. But that's when I ran back in, got the phone, and then ran back out. But other than that, I don't really recall me and her ever.
Now, was there anything out there besides her? Was there any other vehicles, any other pedestrians, any other traffic?
No.
So there was no other vehicles. There was nothing parked out here on the road or anything like that?
I believe a golf cart was out there.
You know where that was parked at? Can you show me where that was parked at?
The golf cart was next to... It was next to the truck.
Okay. On the roadside?
On the roadside.
Okay. And was Mr. Woods, in relation to that, was he forward of the golf cart or behind it?
He was in front.
In front. So if it was here, he was more up that way?
Right.
Okay. Did you notice anything about the vehicle when you first saw it? What kind of damage it had all the way around?
No, because my main focus was
You saw them?
Right.
Okay.
So all that was second nature. I didn't even know it was in the tree. I didn't know it was crashed. I didn't know anything. I just went out there, saw him, came back here, got the phone. I stayed right by his side the entire time. So I was just focused on him.
So you didn't notice if there was any damage to the sides of the vehicle or the front of the vehicle? How was Mr. Woods dressed? What did he have on?
If I can remember, it was a blue shirt, maybe, khaki shorts.
Okay. And how about Mrs. Woods? How was she dressed?
I don't remember.
Okay, you don't remember?
I do not remember.
At what point did you come outside?
So I came outside once my brother yelled in and said, "It's Tiger, dial 911." So I grabbed pillows and blankets and went back outside.
What did you see?
So I saw the same thing. The vehicle was here. My brother's
indicating that the vehicle was into the tree across their driveway with the right front of the vehicle in contact with the tree?
Yes.
Okay.
And so my brother's back was to the tree because, of course, he was over Tiger.
Right.
And then Tiger was there. His wife was here, and then the golf cart was here.
All right. Did you notice any damage about the vehicle?
All I noticed, it was just in the tree. But I hadn't noticed anything after that, which we saw some other things, but not initially.
Did Mrs. Woods ever make any comments to you about anything?
No.
She never made any comments about anything going on?
She didn't.
About the crash, how it happened?
She didn't speak. They didn't speak to us really at all
through
the whole situation.
Okay. Did they ever talk to anybody at the scene that showed up? Any emergency workers or anything like that?
The cops came. The Windermere cops came first. Then the security guards came, and then it appears that Mr. Wood's mom and Tiger's wife's mom came out after the fact. I don't know if they heard the commotion. I don't know if she his wife left and came back, but they eventually walked across the grass.
Oh, okay.
And were outside as well. So it was like all the EMT, security, and then all of us.
Now, when you saw Tiger, was he conscious, unconscious, or was he snoring like your brother described?
He was unconscious. I didn't hear the snoring part because I wasn't as close, but I never saw him open his eyes or anything.
Now, do you remember how Tiger was dressed? Was it similar to what
Same thing. So he had on a navy blue shirt, khaki pants, no shoes, and then Mrs. Woods had on a black jogging suit.
Black jogging suit? Okay. Did you notice that anything about the vehicle, any other damage about the vehicle, like I just mentioned about the front end?
The only thing that I noticed was it was completely crashed and the tire, was pretty much lodged. It looked lodged against the tree, and then that the window by the car seat, which is on the passenger side, was knocked out.
Okay, so the one on the passenger side was knocked out.
Yes.
Did you ever walk around to the driver's side at all?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I did notice when I was running out that the door was open, but that's the only thing I remember.
The driver's side door was open at that point? Okay, all right. What was the weather like at the time? Was
very
it
cold.
Very cold? Was it dark out?
Windy.
Pretty dark out there. I noticed it.
It's just like
really
it's pitch black.
Okay.
You could barely see anything at all. You only had the house lights and the lights from the truck, really, because nobody else brought anything out.
Now, do you guys have any idea about what time all this started when you first noticed all this?
It was like by the time we looked at the clock after the fact, it was like 2:30 or something. I think it was like 1:32 maybe. I'm not sure.
From the time where I placed the 911 call, maybe about 30 to 40 seconds before, that's when she woke me up.
Okay. Yeah, you probably in sound sleep at that point and stuff.
Yeah, knocked out.
I had to talk to her for a little while, like, get up.
Now, what was the traffic like out here? And I know it's a private community, so it's probably
None whatsoever.
None whatsoever.
We
And the
actually
only usual
joking.
traffic around here that time is
Security.
security guards. They come to a checkpoint, they just keep going. So
Now let's talk about when Mr. Woods was laying there. Could you see? You obviously were standing right over and got blankets on him. What can you describe any injuries that you saw?
just the lacerations that were on his lip.
On his lip, upper lip or bottom lip?
I couldn't remember.
Couldn't tell?
I mean, just between the two.
Between two, was there? I mean, when we say last one, was there a lot of blood?
Not a lot.
Okay.
Not a lot. No.
Would it be like
Enough
like you have a
blood.
bloody nose or something? That kind of blood?
Right. Maybe if he might have bitten your lip
Okay.
or something like that. Nothing on his shirt. Nothing on his hands. I was holding him still at one point,
Right.
and I didn't get any blood on me
Okay.
whatsoever.
And you're holding his head?
I was trying to keep him still,
Okay,
just
good.
to make sure his neck and his
Keep his
spine
neck, exactly,
wasn't.
exactly. Do you see any broken bones
No,
or anything
no,
like that?
no,
Okay.
no.
All right. How about yourself, ma'am?
No,
Did you see
just the blood on the lip.
just the blood on
was
the
the
lip?
only
So there was
thing.
no other
was-
scratches, no other contusions, nothing like that, no
No.
big cuts from anything? Okay.
He was clean.
He's pretty much clean. Yeah.
Now, was his wife on the phone calling anyone at the time? Did she call 911, or did you guys
I
tell her
don't
you called 911?
Remember, I mean, she
She was on the
was
phone. She was there,
there
I mean.
when I was on the phone.
Okay.
But
So you
I
took
don't
the phone when you got outside?
Right,
Okay.
right. Because I didn't know if she called or who called. I just know that, I needed to call right then and there. So
Now, this is it doesn't sound like the best question. How did you know it was Tiger Woods?
well, being his neighbor for 17 plus years.
Recognizing it, I take it then. Okay. Same thing with you. You recognized
just
who it
me.
was. Okay. And then you recognized who his wife was because
The wife, and then I've seen his
neighbor.
mom on TV
Okay.
before, so I just assumed.
we have to clarify that sometimes because
Oh, sure.
because we have to make sure who everybody is at a crash and stuff. All right. Any reasons? Did you see anything with the roadway? Was it slippery? Was there any water on it? Anything like that? You think could have contributed to it out there that you saw?
No.
It happened so fast.
Sandra, you got any questions you'd like to ask?
Just a couple. When you got out there,
Yes, sir.
since you were the initial person out there and you actually orchestrated getting the blankets and the pillows for him,
Yes, sir.
and during the time that you were as close to him as you got, did you smell any alcohol on him?
No alcohol, no any other kind of drug whatsoever. None.
Zero. Let me
0%.
ask you this, did you get close enough that you would think you would have smelled it had you been
Definitely.
drinking?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And you did not smell
Not
it?
at all.
Did you or you, ma'am, did either one of you see a golf club out there near the vehicle or in
No.
the area?
No.
I saw two sitting in the seat of the golf cart.
Two golf clubs.
Mm-hmm.
Do you recall seeing any glass out there in the area of the vehicle?
No, we didn't see any glass at all.
And did anyone ever tell you, or did you overhear anyone mention anything about someone possibly knocking a window out of the vehicle with a golf club?
No, sir. Again, they verbally did not speak to us at all, except for
Okay.
when
And you don't remember anything? And did you hear, her name is Elin? Is that how you pronounce it? Did you hear her make any statements, any comments at all, other than...
Besides when I initially went out there before I called 911, just help me, help me. I said, okay, just ran back.
Okay. Did either of you, are y'all aware of any photos or video footage of the crash scene during the time that Tiger was still there?
No, because we have no surveillance on this home.
Okay. Y'all heard anyone mention anything
No.
in this area that they possibly have video?
No.
because at that point it was only EMT, police, the security people,
guard.
and our family. So, and
Did you see any of them, the other security or the police, take any photographs or anything?
only
like that?
after of like the vehicle, nobody took anything as far as I know. Because again, we were like
Right.
on the ground. We didn't see anybody snapping anything
No, no pictures
until
were
after
taken
everybody was
until
gone.
I believe he was already gone in the ambulance, and the family followed the ambulance. I believe a security guard, and I think maybe one of the officers might have.
Okay.
But like I said,
We don't
You're not real
remember.
sure. And you guys stayed there until he basically left in the ambulance?
We stayed until
Yes.
the car was towed away, and they even fixed the hole with the
Okay.
fire hydrant.
Okay.
Now, when you got close to his wife, was there any indication that she'd been drinking?
no.
You didn't smell any alcohol or anything on her? Okay. All right. All right. Do you guys have anything else that you think that might aid us in our investigation to the traffic crash? Anything at all?
Because unfortunately, everything was done by the time we got out there.
All right. Well, the time now is 6:18 p.m. We'll conclude this interview, and we appreciate all your help for the Highway Patrol.